Yeah, where do I start? Well, shall I just start at the first 6 minutes of the match where the match kind of ended? Lads, welcome back to the first match reaction of the season. As you can see, I'm on my own. I'm kind of glad because all I'm going to be doing is moaning for the next 5, 10, 15 minutes, maybe even. I hope not. I hope it's only going to be a few minutes. But yeah, where do I start? Well, shall I just start at the first 6 minutes of the match where the match kind of ended? So we got out of the blocks very, very slowly. Even before the goal, they were better than us. They kind of were first to everything. We were just not ready. We weren't ready for the game. I don't really know what to say about that first goal. Lundstrom absolutely flying into a tackle where he was nowhere near the ball, were he? Let's be honest. Nowhere near it. And that was kind of the first half for John Lundstrom. He just didn't seem arsed. The ball was there to be won. Well, he thought the ball was there to be won. Just threw his leg at it, and it were like, you're playing little nippy players, really, really quick attacking players. And he just took the ball away from it. It was like a child. It was like an adult taking the ball away from a child. Lundstrom dived in, completely missed it. If he'd have stayed on his feet and ran with him, it would have been 3-on-3 rather than 3-on-2. But he flew in, missed the ball, he took it on, put the ball into the box. Jack O'Connell was a little bit in no man's land, but you can't really blame him too much because he's expecting that ball into the box, and it kind of, I don't think it was a great ball. I don't know if he was aiming for Jimenez, but it found him. And it was a great finish. It was an excellent finish, don't get me wrong. Not many strikers would take it on that quickly and side foot it into the top corner like he did. I don't think I can blame Aaron Ramsdale for that goal. By the tone of my voice, you could probably see where this is going. But we just didn't learn from that first goal. Like, you can understand a team just being a little bit slow when it's the first game of the season. But then Jimenez had another shot that Ramsdale tipped over the bar. Really good height for him. Corner came in. I don't know if it was from the resulting corner, but the corner came in. And I don't know what Jack O'Connell was doing. Ender Stevens looked like he had it under control. Looked like the ball was there to be won. But as it swung out, I think Jack O'Connell thought, this is mine, this. And I've seen it loads of times before when the defenders kind of push another defender out of the way because they've got a better run and leap at the ball. Unless Jack O'Connell just misread it completely. Because it swung out, and as it was swinging out, Saiss kind of just like backpedaled and just used his neck muscles just to loop it over the goalkeeper. And first of all, Jack O'Connell. It was Jack O'Connell's fault because he shouldn't have pushed Ender Stevens away from the ball if he's not 100% sure he's going to win that ball. But Gary Neville said it at half time, but as soon as it happened, I thought it myself. I was looking at it thinking, how has that ball gone in the back of, looped over him into the back of the net? Because it wasn't near the crossbar, it wasn't near the post. So that means it's not in the top corner, nowhere near. And Ramsdale is not, I don't know how tall he is, but he's not 5'5". So how's that ball leaping? How's that ball flying over the top of his head? How's it looping? That's the word I was looking for. How's it looped over his head? I've got no idea. Now, I'm not going to have a go at him for one match because it's one of them things. It's the first game. They're all a little bit rusted. He made a good save in the second half, but we'll get onto that. First half, I think McBurney had a header that Sharp was in front of, and I think Sharp nearly got a flick on, but I think that was about it, if I'm honest. I thought we were really, really poor in that first half. We got a little bit better in the second half of the first half, if you like. We passed it around lots more. But after that, after Wolves gone 2-0 up, I think they probably sat back and thought, Sheffield United, don't score many goals, we're 2-0 up here. If we're just decent defensively, we're going to see this game out. And they did. Quite clearly they did. First half, we were really poor. We got a little bit better. We passed the ball a bit better. We moved it a little bit better. Down that left-hand side, a lot of it was Jack O'Connell linking up with Enda Stevens and Fleck. It was nice to see a couple of decent balls into the box. But Wolves had an easy time today. They had 3 centre-backs just constantly heading balls away. McBurney tried his best to get his head on stuff. But all day long, we were just sending balls into the box and just hoping that McBurney would get on the end of it and score as a goal. And he's not always going to do that. So anyway, second half, I expected Wilder to get stuck into him, which I don't know if it came off that he got stuck into him, but we were definitely better. I don't know if that's because Wolves took the foot off the pedal or we put our foot on it. I think it was a little bit of both. But we were better, but we just weren't good enough in that kind of final third, that creative third. We were creating chances, but that final ball was constantly poor. John Fleck picked the ball up in their kind of box, took it on, had a great shot, hit the post, came out to Baldock, he had it deflected, went wide. That was unlucky. That could have turned the game on its head. Really, any of the chances that we had could have turned the game on its head, even with kind of 5-10 minutes to go, because you know what it's like if you concede towards the end of the game. It's always kind of squeaky bum time. And it would have been us being at home. We had most of the ball in that second half, even though like I was just thinking like, oh, I can't remember a lot of what happened in that second half, because a lot of it was Billy Sharp down the left-hand side trying to put a ball into the box. And they all kind of merged into one. So what I did is I went onto YouTube, watched the Sky highlights, and in that second half, Wolves pretty much had two opportunities, and Sky showed them both and nothing of us. It was like we didn't have a shot in that second half. McBurney had a header cleared off the line. Obviously, that wasn't good enough for Sky to show. Sharp, like I said, had loads and loads of chances down the left-hand side, one of which he should have put the ball on Lundstrom's foot. It looked really, really simple. He crossed it with his left just in front of Lundstrom and he couldn't get there. Lundstrom was definitely better in that second half. Way, way, way better than the first half, because he just did not look like he could be bothered in that first half. I hope this is not what Lundstrom's going to be all season, because there's no point playing him if he's going to be like that first half all season. He just didn't look like he could be bothered. To be fair, he did in the second half, but at least he put in some better balls. He got stuck in. But brought Didsey on. Obviously, when you bring Didsey on, the game opens up. We create a lot more chances. We create a lot more space. And that's what we did. Didsey was great, like he always is. And he's got to start the next game. He should have started today. Unless his leg's hanging off, Didsey needs to be starting every single game for me. Unless he needs a rest. It's got to be him and McBurney, hasn't it? All we were doing today was just slinging the ball in the box for McBurney. And when McGoldrick plays, he comes short, he brings other players into the game, and we create more chances. But what I was thinking when Sharp found himself on that left-hand side all the time, trying to put like a nice ball into the box, we just needed an attacking midfielder, a kind of Luke Freeman sort of player that could pick a pass out there, like he kind of did in the first home game of last season against Crystal Palace. Put a hard direct ball into the box, low hard ball, and you get something from it. And we were just poor. We were really poor today. Poor defensively, poor attacking, poor with the final ball, and poor at finishing. Everything was just poor today. I'm really knocked with the fans as well, because so many people are like, we're in real trouble this season. We've just lost against a team going for Champions League football or European football. We've lost 2-0, fair enough. We've lost the game within 6 minutes. After kind of the 20th minute, I think we were probably the better side. We were really poor at the back. We were poor with the crosses coming into the box today. It felt like at times when the ball was put down for the free kick to be taken or the corner to be taken, we were man marking. And then when the ball was in the box and we were trying to get rid of it, we were zonal marking because we just completely lost our attackers. There was another one in the second half where I think it was Saiss headed it and it went wide, but Ramsdale was literally stood at his front post, all the other side of the goal to aim at. Obviously, it just went wide, but it was like, what's your positioning doing? It's not difficult. Anyway, I'm probably going to leave it there. I'll quickly run through the team. Ramsdale was pretty poor today, but it is his first game. I'm sure he'll get better. Baldock, 7 out of 10 as always. Played well, maybe even more than 7. I thought N. Stevens played really well at times. Jack O'Connell did well going forward, horrendously at the back. Egan did okay, but still not great. Basham did okay, but going forward he was non-existent. I didn't see him overlap Baldock once, I don't think. Ollie Norwood played a few bad passes. Wasn't great. Fleck was decent at times, but it wasn't the same John Fleck as we were used to from last season. Maybe he's still suffering. I don't know. Has he had an injury recently? I don't think so. I think I'm still thinking of back end of last season. Yeah, Fleck was okay, but yeah, we know that he can put in a lot better performances than that. Luncheon was an embarrassment in the first half, got a little bit better in the second. Sanderberg, when he came on, drove at the Wolves team, tried to create stuff, did quite well, put a really good ball into the box, but didn't have a lot of time to do that. But obviously he's injured. I think we need to keep him out of the Burnley game in the Carabao Cup, get him ready for the next game, the next Premier League game. McBurney did okay in the second half. First half non-existent. Billy Sharp first half non-existent. Second half got himself into some good places, good positions, but couldn't find that final ball. And that is about it. Didsey did well when he came on. I'm never going to say bad words about Didsey, so even if he had a poor game, I'd probably not realise it because I'm so biased towards him. I cannot remember who was the third player to come on. I really can't remember. Who was it? Oh, the reason why I can't remember is because we didn't bring on a third player. Why did we not bring on a third player? We could have brought on Ben Osborne, who was incredible in pre-season. I'm not saying he was going to go and score a goal, but Ben Osborne would have at least had a bit more legs to him. Ollie Burke could have brought him on. Ampadu could have brought him on. I'm not saying Ampadu was going to do something, but it's fresh legs that we could have brought on because the rest of them weren't doing very well. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm done with tonight. I'm really, really frustrated. Really frustrated how badly they've played today, especially in that first half of the first half, if you like. It's not difficult. It's not difficult to defend, and we apparently couldn't defend tonight. And I hope that is it. I hope it's just tonight because we're probably going to struggle to score goals again this season. And if we can't defend, we may be in trouble. But I'm not saying that we are. I'm just saying that, yeah, we need to book his ideas up and get ready for the next game. And United have got history in coming back strong after we've been poor. So fingers crossed we go and do well against Burnley, and then next Premier League game, I can't remember who it is now, we'll go and get a win, hopefully. But we can't have a poor start to the season because slowly you are going to end up in that relegation zone. And then you are going to be like, it's sometimes difficult to get out of that relegation zone. So anyway, let's leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I'd appreciate any likes on this video. I know it's been a bit of a poor start to the season, but if you could smash a like on the video, that would really help me. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the game. I already know what you thought, but if there's anything that I've not said, please tell me in the comments. And subscribe if you're new around here. Hopefully, the next time I speak to you, I'll be a little bit happier. So thanks for watching. Stay good, Nick.
Look at that ping from Norwood. Makes other teams look no good. Yeah. We've got a team full of leaders. Alan Hill, Chris Wilder taught us. Right. Yeah, there was us on the tour bus. Yeah. Look how many goals Billy scored us. It's beautiful downtown Bromley Lane. We are the boys from Shore.